Hey everybody, thank you for dropping by and tuning in to the Power Up Peace podcast, where you never know what we're going to talk about. It's become kind of a podcast, which is like a reality TV show for our nutty family, and we've got a little something for everybody. We've got me and my wife, Terry, which we've got a crazy story, and we have a blast together. We've got our oldest son, Justin, who's a veteran, and he was an Army sniper squadron leader, 4 battle tours, but he is a blast. His wife, Candace, little soldier, 3 grandsons. Then we've also got a beautiful daughter, Luna, who lives in Vermont with her beautiful wife. We've got Cole, who is our, comedian. He's a musician, he's an actor, but he's also got this like digital guru marketing brain. He's my co-host for a lot of the shows. And then our youngest, Lena, who's our little free spirit hippie peace child, revolutionary. She's an artist and she is a blast. So Mondays at 1, you're gonna get us and it's gonna be unfiltered blast. Now back to the show. Keep tuning in. Peace.
Okay. Hey Siri, turn on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, Do Not Disturb is now on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Power Up Peace podcast. This is my son, Cole, and we've been talking about this episode for a minute. Today we get to spend time with, absolutely, I'm not overstating it, one of the coolest, most brilliant human beings on the planet. And I don't know that I've ever said that before. Maybe I said it about you, I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and say top 2, and he's not 2.
Top 2. Do we get to know who a close second is?
Kanye.
There you go. But anyway, I've known this young brother for a long time, but I didn't really start to get to know him until here in these last few years. And now he is part of our team, the Power Peace team, he's brilliant. But anyway, this is we call him Enzo, Lorenzo Vacutis. And say hey, start with, and I'm going to give you a little introduction.
Oh, you're muted.
I know. Hey guys, I'm very happy to be here, and I just wanted to point out, just not the modern Kanye, the old Kanye.
The old Kanye,
not the modern stuff that he's getting into.
Fair enough. He's on the record, just in case, right?
Great
Yes.
save. Good save.
Like
Yeah,
That could have been polarizing.
I just wanted to make that clear for everyone.
That's right. So this is one of the coolest stories. You're in 3rd grade. We live in Swanee Elementary School. Okay,
Yep.
so that makes you 8.
Yep.
And then there's was it called like a study buddy thing?
Book buddy.
Book buddy.
Oh.
And Lorenzo was 5, am I right?
6.
5 to 6, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say that roughly.
And this is the year 03, maybe?
Yep.
02, 03, something like that.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if anybody watching had experienced that, like in, middle school, grade school, whatever, where you get paired up with a younger dude, and it's kind of a big brother, little brother kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
What was interesting? As I went through high school and middle school, we didn't have anything like that. It was only through Swanee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I found that very interesting.
that you had that little connection, and then it's not like you were paired up for the rest
Yeah.
of it. You just could stay connected.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to watch your relationship. It's 20, I don't know what it is, 20 years later. It is 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
03,
Yeah, like
03.
15.
No,
What
20.
was I, 8?
You were
Oh,
20.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was like 23.
So what do you feel like? So anyway, I don't know anybody. I think about my, elementary school years. I don't know anybody from that day. I can maybe remember a few names, but much less best friends. 20 years best friends. I'm gonna let y'all take it, but I know this, that Cole has said this before, and this is, that's all I gotta know. He said, Enzo has saved my life. That's, you can't say anything bigger than that. So I don't know. You guys take it, talk about it, how you met. I don't care.
Yeah.
How do you want to start this up, bro?
I'll start off like from my perspective, but I'd love to talk about like elementary school.
Okay, cool. And then I'll talk about how we reconnected.
Yeah. Perfect. So, I mean, it was definitely like a life-changing, life-shaping moment. I don't know why I was hand selected to be your book buddy because the teachers pick who the students are paired up with.
Okay.
And it's usually teachers that have classes where they're like, they're friends with each other. Like, it's not really random. It's
Okay.
like, that's my best friend, so we'll pair our classes together, then we can hang out every day. So I remember her name was Miss Etheridge. Shout out Miss Etheridge, was one of my favorite teachers. She came up to me before we went to this book buddy thing, and she said, "Hey, I'm pairing you with Lorenzo." And I was like, "Awesome, let's do it." That's all she said. She's like, "He's a super, like, awesome kid, and I think you guys would be best friends." I have no clue what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
And, we go to the class, I meet Enzo. I'm super excited because you were like, I mean, dude, you were like 5 years old and you were cool as heck off the bat. Like, I remember, this is one of my favorite memories of all time.
What
I wanted to test it.
us not reading any book and just talking.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure and visit my website, kitcummings.com, where you can see my books. This one, Protect the Dream, teaches kids to build great big dreams and to protect them at all costs from the dream killers. Now, back to the show.
The whole time.
Well, that's what dude, the first or second time I met you, I was trying to, because you know how I was such
Yeah.
a little effer. I'm trying to cause trouble at
Yeah.
any moment in my entire life.
And still are.
Present day.
Yeah.
Now.
Never change.
So he seemed really, like, cool, ride or die, right? So we're not reading any books, and I decided to test him. Well, actually, it was your idea. He was like, "What do you want me to do?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Tell me to do anything, and I'll do it." I said, "Go up to that girl and say a cuss word." And he turned his chair around and rolled up to her like, shit.
And we just thought it was the coolest thing ever,
It was, though. You were 5.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture that, 5 years old. And what a great role model. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
What a great
Perfect for
study
a budding young mind.
Dude, but it was a cheat code in elementary school because how cool is this? Right? I think this is where the cool kid confidence came from.
Okay.
Is I would be in math on a Wednesday, knock on the door, opens it. It's like one of the TAs for the school, and she's like, "Hey, can we grab Cole out of class?" And I'd be like, "Sweet," grab my backpack. I would get to go to Enzo's recess with him. So I had 2 recesses pretty much every day. I mean, maybe 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh, Cole gets to leave again.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy math. I'm going to play outside again."
Hang with my best friend.
What was our favorite thing to do at recess? Do you remember?
Screw with people.
Yo, do you remember when Bakugan was a thing?
Yeah.
Where what
Yeah.
was?
Bakugan.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a show and a game.
Yeah.
I just know that all we did was mess with people. I just want all the viewers or listeners to know that, this is the king, maybe originator of sarcasm and making people, I mean, he has a cheat code. A lot of people judge Enzo off rip thinking "Oh, look at this sweet boy," and he'll just take advantage of any situation.
like the time when you were driving the van with the girls.
Oh my! Yeah. That story is great.
And we're gonna just for our viewers, we're gonna try to kind of close to keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yes,
It'll be PG.
I will definitely censor myself. So, Cole, this was 2017, 2016, right?
Probably
So
in
yeah.
college.
So Cole took me to this EDM show. He's a trap
Dang,
artist,
I forgot
and
about that. That was
and
really
and,
cool.
um and so the show ended. It was really fun. Met a lot of cool people, and driving back from Atlanta, you know, traffic is a nightmare. Shocker. Um, and we were sitting at this red light, and two girls, uh, in a car.
Mind you, we're in a handicapped,
Yeah,
accessible minivan.
van. Yeah,
Yeah, minivan, and you can't see Enzo, just can see you, right?
Yeah.
yeah, and they and they roll up to us and say, basically say, nice effing van, basically like making fun of the van, and Cole didn't know what to say, so I'm like, here, Cole, roll the window down, and Cole just rolls the window down, or opens up the door, and I said, basically, shut the f up. I'm in a damn wheelchair, and they just
Crumbled.
stared at.
Crumbling.
They're just with these most shocked silence I've ever seen. It was,
I mean, we went from like the lamest dude ever to like the
yes.
coolest
The
two
coolest
dudes.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We are so happy that you're here. And we have some big news. Do you know what's happening?
Yeah, because you throw me in there, I kind of have to play along.
So, January 11th, 2024, we are roasting this gentleman right here, the roast of Kit Cummings. It's all for a great cause. We'll be fundraising. We're going to be having food, drinks, live music. So mark your calendars for January 11th, 2024 from 6 to 10. Come on out to the Brickyard in Marietta and join us for a fantastic, fun evening of roasting this guy
You'll
right
be
here.
like, it's going to be embarrassing, but it's for a good cause. Raise money,
Right.
make fun of me.
Right.
Good cause.
Right.
Nutty friends that are hilarious, comedian. I mean, it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast, and we
Well,
all have a ton of stories that we can tell on him.
And we're going to raise a gazillion dollars.
Gazillion
Like,
dollars.
go ahead and get all your wealthy friends and tell them, come out for a great, bring their little checkbooks.
That's
Silent
right.
auction.
Silent auction.
Some pretty cool stuff.
Prizes and things like that will be done. But just come out, have a wonderful time with us, and help us to celebrate the Power of Peace Project's 14th birthday.
And don't drink and drive.
That's right. Don't
Come back
drink
and
and
see us
drive.
back to the show, or else keep tuning in. Love y'all. Peace.
We're leaving the show in the van.
Now, I don't know if these girls are religious, but even if they were, they had to feel obligated to go to confession, because that's how like distraught they looked.
All right, so tell me, how long was it that you guys were apart before you reconnected?
Oh, I left Swanee Elementary to go to Mason Elementary School. I was at Swanee from K through 3, and then I left.
Because I left in third. Well, when he was in third grade, I
Yeah.
was
You
like
went to
going
middle
to
school.
sixth
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah.
So
So-
well, you got it.
So basically, I moved with the whole districting action. I went on a completely different path. So instead of going to North Gwinnett, eventually, which is Cole's alma mater, I went to Peachtree Ridge. So, long story short, we have this mutual friend of ours, who we've also known forever. I mean, since elementary school, Carly, and she and I have always remained in touch. So I asked her to prom for junior year, and then Cole was hanging out with Carly one day, and Carly was like, "Yo, do you remember Enzo?" And cause like what the hell, you know?
Yeah. It like
And
blew my mind off.
yeah,
It like
and then
honestly,
it started back up again.
because we
And
hadn't talked for like
yeah,
5 years,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
And it's like we've never left. No,
Literally though, like I
because
remember that day because I pulled up to your house and like your parents weren't there.
yeah, we watched Kung Fury. Do you remember Kung Fury?
What is that like what it sounds like, an old kung fu movie? What are we talking about?
It's a hyper satirized
Dude, that just
Kung Fu
unlocked like a
movie.
different part of my brain, dude. It's like one of the best YouTube videos ever. It's like a big budget YouTube. It's like a short film, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's about a dude who travels back in time and tries to kill Nazis with T-Rexes and like
Laser T-Rexes.
it's amazing.
Laser
Yes.
But yeah,
We
like I was just gonna say, I remember like coming over and I was kind of nervous because you know, like when you haven't been connected with someone for a
yeah,
while, who knows what they're like now? It had been
yeah,
5 years. We
yeah,
were in elementary school, you know?
yeah, and as always, people change, people evolve, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, and so as soon as I walked in, it was like exactly the same. Like he's cracking jokes, we're just hanging out, and I mean, shit, we've been talking like almost probably every week since 20
Thing.
what?
20, God, I
10
don't know.
maybe?
Yeah,
2010?
probably.
I
Yeah.
don't know, something like that. So,
Wow.
um,
Let's do this. Yeah, this is kind of a deep question. So I'd like to know from each of you, like, what's the biggest thing that you've either learned or been impacted by Enzo, and then vice versa? Because you guys aren't just hang out and party and have fun.
Yeah.
You've done all of that, but you've been connected. But I think that, you guys have saved each other in a lot of ways. But I don't know. Talk about that. You want to start?
I'll definitely start. I mean, obviously, Enzo is a hysterical genius. So, like just your company has been enough for majority of my life, right?
Fair.
But I don't know. I like if I'm being completely vulnerable. Um, I think everyone has played the victim before in their life.
I know
It's
I
so
have.
easy to think that your problems are the worst problems of all time and woe is me, my life sucks. And whenever I would go to hang out with Enzo, Enzo deals with more struggles than like most people in the world of all time. And I don't think I've heard you complain one fucking time in my entire life. Like, I can't think of one time you've complained about anything. Ever.
Well, that is true.
Ever.
Except for Atlanta sports teams and PSG. Yeah,
What do you say? Is that what?
Atlanta sports teams.
Oh yeah, Atlanta sports.
Yeah.
I
That's
will say that.
You're,
Falcons.
you're allowed to do that.
yeah. I cried during the games that will never be mentioned. I
The
cried
game
in
that
my
never
friend.
to be mentioned. Yeah, 328. I know the one you're talking
Yes.
about.
We
Yeah.
watched the Atlanta
Atlanta
United
United.
win the first championship for Atlanta. Yeah,
Nicely done.
together.
And
That
we
was
and we were in shock. Like it literally took us like we're after they won and even they lifted up the trophy there, we're like, oh boy, here we go, something bad is gonna happen.
we thought they were gonna like
They're gonna take it back.
seriously.
Like nope.
Like there was like a cheating scandal or something, doping.
Yeah, like all of a sudden I thought the commissioner of the MLS will be like, actually we've now instituted a 3-point goal line where Portland's goals actually counted for 3 instead of 1.
I did the same thing with the dogs after they won their first one. I'm like, they're gonna take it away. I know they are.
I know,
Wait
we're not
40
even happy.
Years.
We
I
won
know,
it.
we're still stressed. Like there's something bad gonna happen. So basically, though, take us back is you're saying perspective, and I happen to have. What's interesting is
Yeah.
I've got a guy named Mike McKellar that I met at Georgia, and actually he came into a gym I was managing.
Yeah, you don't know this, Enzo, but this is kind of a crazy coincidence.
You've told me.
Oh my gosh! And he came in, and he happens to be bound to a chair, and we just and he wanted to. I didn't know what I was doing. All of a sudden, I'm working him out like I'm some kind of trainer. And I'm just grateful I didn't hurt him. I'm like push, And
Yeah.
Michael, God bless him, and we partied like rock stars. I mean, we're still really good friends today. One of the most brilliant guys I know, and I'm telling you, I can promise you, not one time have I ever heard him complain. And he's been through so much stuff. And I think that kind of in our last episode, we talked about how the storms of life can make us. Well, we're talking about that a superhero on steroids when I talk about my young brother Lorenzo, my great friend Michael, and just brilliance and character and strength. And I know you don't like to hear all this in front of yourself, but it's what I feel.
Yeah. Kid, do you remember what his diagnosis was? For example, I have cerebral palsy. Do you know what
His was kind of a mystery. When he was about 11 or 12, he started experiencing some muscular problems, and he was treated with a certain medication. His body had a terrible reaction to it, and then it just kind of went down. As far as the name of it, I wasn't never really clear, but it's gotten. He had a van up in Athens. Because we went to UGA together, obviously, and he had a van that he could drive. He can't anymore, and I don't even want to say. I mean, we went out a lot, and we made a dent in Athens, and Michael would be driving. So,
definitely for sure.
I probably need to stop right there. But I mean, it's so funny that was my journey, and then you guys have experienced, very similar. He's the most hilarious guy. He's brilliant, and I'm telling you, the girls just
Oh yeah.
a
I mean, that's
magnet. That didn't hurt.
I call him the human cheat code, also human flash pass.
Yeah.
I call it
Definitely. Definitely.
Anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Remember when we were in the private section at the Braves game just because
Yes.
Miss Janet led us?
Yeah.
Some guy tried to stop us. You can't come here. I said,
Shout out to Miss Janet, by the way.
Huh?
Shout out to Miss Janet, by the way.
Yeah, I know. She's the best. I don't know if she works there anymore because I went back to that bar the last time I was at the game, and I asked for her, and the chick was like, Janet? I was like, oh, I hope she didn't leave. Yeah.
So Enzo, same question. I want to throw this in too. There have been times, this is how important you are to me and how much I trust you. There have been times when Cole has been going through a tough time, a dark time, and you are the one that I reach out to. I'm like, Enzo, are you and Cole talking? He could, use some time with you, and you are that for me. I mean, I've probably never said thank you. I want to say thank you because you change him. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, no need to thank me. I should thank you for being 50% responsible for giving me him. So yeah. And going back to the whole point you made about complaining is the reason why I don't particularly like to complain, or even though I've been through so much beyond just my diagnosis of cerebral palsy. I'm talking about from treatment of being treated poorly by teachers, others, friends and family. The list goes on. The reason why I don't particularly like to complain is because because I think that to be frank, I've been underestimated my whole life, and people expect me to complain and take the easy way out. So I have kind of flipped that on its head and try to be the most positive and endearing person I can be, even though my backyard may be on fire.
That's awesome, man. That was awesome. Tell me about kind of your relationship with Cole and what, the biggest thing maybe you've learned or been impacted by him. Because you
Yeah,
guys have ways.
yeah, like for- Cole, Cole has been Cole's Cole is definitely the prettier one of us both. I mean look at his stash. The only the only people that can pull up a mustache like that is Spencer Strider.
Yeah, that's why I
And
have it.
Spencer,
and,
that
That's
is,
why I
you
have
said
it.
until we win
and,
the World Series, you're keeping the stash because of Spencer, right? All
and maybe Tom Selleck, but I digress. Yeah, like um Cole is just the he and I are very like because we're both insanely extroverted, and like he always comes up with the most fun and wild plans, and no matter what, he always finds a way to include me and make sure everything is accessible, and nobody treats me poorly. He he always goes the extra mile, and the thing that I love about Cole, but besides him being such a little sweetheart, is just how much he tries to make my life better, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So
I love y'all, man. I love your relationship. I hope people are, you know, I hope people are, I know they're inspired by it, but I hope they long for this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm looking at two guys that refused to go their separate ways. Couldn't.
yeah,
And I think that you need one another. You're blessed. I mean, I would say the majority of people probably go through their whole lives wishing they had a friendship that was as special as this one is.
Yeah.
Is it easy? No. It takes intentionality. It's got to be deliberate. It's like you got to make plans. All right, here's a question. Tell me the best birthday present he's ever gotten you, and then you tell me the best birthday present he's ever gotten you. Because you guys like take it. I'm convicted. I suck it. I'm not very good at that. So,
yeah,
but who
yeah,
wants to start?
yeah.
Best present. Okay, go ahead.
I kind of take gift giving as a professional sport.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
the best gift, honestly, the I just love it because it's so me, and it's something only you would think about. Last year we went to a Braves game, and he was like, okay, I got your birthday present, and he gave me a book of cocktails, but it wasn't just any cocktail recipe book. It was uh, a cocktail recipe book, but it was themed around different artists.
Ah.
And since I both love cocktails and art, that was the most perfect gift, and I was just legitimately blown away.
Um,
And listen so well when he wants to, but he does listen well when he wants to.
See, that took a lot of thought. I mean, to take two things.
well, you have to, because he's gonna get you your favorite thing. So it's become like you can't not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to know what he got me for this past birthday?
What's that?
He got me a sterling silver engraved, and it has like rubies in it. It's a
Yeah.
cigarette holder, like from like the 1920s.
Yeah, back in the day when that was cool.
And it has a C engraved. Like, anytime I pull that out, people are like, "What?"
Shout out Etsy, by the way.
What?
Etsy.
Yeah.
But I just want to commend both of you on the thoughtfulness of that, man. I mean, I'm convicted because I'm sitting here thinking of some of my great friends, and I hope I remember to text them, "Happy birthday, dude!" And you guys have taken it to a whole nother level.
How many memes do I send you throughout the day? I'm honestly surprised that I'm surprised that you haven't blocked me. I just send him so much stuff because and and I'm surprised your phone hasn't caught on fire yet.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. So let's talk about. Well, I'm grateful to. I never really dreamed it. I think that we talked about it before. It's like, oh man, how cool would it have to have Enzo on the team? We've got the coolest team developing around the Power Peace Project. And these guys have their own things. I think you're getting your masters. Cole has his own deal, but you guys have jumped on to help with marketing, and Enzo's brings this data brain, statistical, kind of the evil genius kind of brain, and which I'm the other guy. And I think Cole, one more artistic and 30,000 foot vision. But tell me, I don't know. I mean, why'd you say yes? I mean, what is it that How did we get you on the team, man? What is it?
No, honestly, the main reason is twofold, and I completely full stop believe in the project because uh, I've had and Cole can does this. I've had a bunch of young kids around my age struggle with incarceration, uh, uh opioid abuse, you name it, and I'm like, what a better way to honor them than be a part of this organization, and secondly, it was just super easy because I'm I'm close to you, I'm close to Cole, and I'm close to Lana, so I'm like, how often do you get an opportunity to work with your second family,
Oh.
and and it was just a very easy decision.
Well, shoot, thank you for that. That means a lot to me because, we need you. What you bring to the table, because we don't have anybody like you that can do the things that you're working on for us. Whether it's creating a survey for the kids in the juvenile detention, or the kids in the schools, or the juvenile courts, or really, trying to make this is a hard thing to measure. When you start peace movements in facilities that behind the wire, it's hard to measure. The state won't help you. I'm not getting numbers from the state. In the schools, it's very hard. It's hard to track. And so right now, Enzo's going through, we've got all these letters that could produce what they call evidence-based research. I have no idea what to do with it. I've got thousands of letters from people that have been through the program that have been sitting in a huge box in my office. And Enzo's like, shoot, I can make some data out of that. I mean, so you are very important, but also just, your little memes and stuff. Our little team, I'm telling you, we got just a rock star team. And Enzo's always throwing little memes on there. Today it was some kind of anime thing. I was just like, what the heck is that? What's that? The whole team is there, So you bring kind of a cool little vibe and levity to the situation. So thank you. I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, bro, but I just want to give a quick shout out to all the weebs out there.
Yes.
You're not alone. We love anime. People they don't respect us.
Unfortunately, we our brother in Israel Adesanya is down though. So that was a big loss for the anime community. But we know he'll bounce back.
He'll definitely bounce back.
What do you think about my man here, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, man?
I mean, just for fun, I honestly asked him, look, how long it would take for you to break a limb of mine, and he's like, oh, like just casually, like 15-20 seconds. but I am very curious. Heaven forbid, like if he gets in a street fight, my question is, if the guy squares up, does he immediately just go on his back? If I saw someone immediately go on their back, I'd be like, nah, I'd be like, nah,
Right?
he's
Just pull
he's
guard
great.
Best way to
immediately.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, and just leave him immediately.
Can you imagine being like in a bar and somebody's talking trash and you just lay down on your
That's what
back?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just pull
Lay
guard.
down. Just go ahead and lay
Royce
down.
Gracie, you're
Yeah.
terrified. I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, if they're bigger than me, I'm definitely pulling guard.
Yeah.
Because you can try to hit me, I'm just going to grab your wrist and break your arm.
There you
Or
go.
choke you out, triangle.
That'll work.
You know?
The biggest thing, that problem I've had with him is he needs he needs more fear. You know what I'm saying? Just more fear, not less. Most people you're trying to say, quit being so afraid. And then you remind me that guess what? You raised me, and I'm
I will say though, like, shout out to Jiu-Jitsu, shout out to Kenny Kim, Jim, the gym rats. But luckily, I mean, it's been a great outlet for me in the sense that, like, I'm so much less hot-headed in public.
It's an outlet.
You know, like, now I'm getting in scenarios where, like, in the past, I would have thrown hands immediately. And now I'm like, I don't need to fight him. I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah.
We're fine. We're the same weight. I would kill you, but we don't need to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't need to get arrested.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah. And also, it's good that you. It's also good that you have a level head now because now you're classically trained and your body could technically be considered a weapon. So so if you
But it's
if
also
you
like.
so if you fight someone now, it better be worth it, you know.
Totally, and that's what I was gonna say. Is like, I mean, my favorite part of it is the humility that comes from fighting people that are so much stronger and smarter than you. I mean, I get to roll with black belts, with brown belts, for fun. Like, I get to, like, learn the cheat codes of what it is to actually know jiu-jitsu. I'm a white belt, by the way. I know nothing yet.
What's the criteria of you like gaining a belt?
Time. It's all time-based. It's all,
Okay,
like, how many
fair.
classes you've been to. I mean, you can rank up higher based on, like, if your coach believes in you and that you're, like, getting better.
Which yours seems to. I mean, he sees something in you.
Yeah, I've been progressing, which has been awesome and very fulfilling, but I mean, it'll take me 10 years to get a black belt. Like, people think that you can just join a gym and get a black belt. It takes 10 years
Like they
of
won't give
jiu-jitsu.
you one before 10 years.
No, and you have to, like, fight in. Like, you're going to have to win something
Yeah.
to be a black. They don't just.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor just got his black belt. Like, that should tell you. He's been
that's-
fighting for, like, 15 years. You know what I mean? Like,
And I started you on that early. I mean, like a kid. We were watching MMA when it wasn't even called MMA yet. And then I had you in Taekwondo and karate and.
he told me that I was watching Royce Gracie fights as a 3-year-old.
Literally.
If you want to know why I'm tailored towards violence, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Well-
I try to work with.
I know. Well. Thank God you find you found a positive outlet for your aggression because we all know your best asset is your face. I mean, it's chiseled out of marble. I'd hate for the money maker to get mangled. So
All right, shift. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Enzo.
Okay.
You probably have several, but give me one of your dreams. I'm talking about dreams all the way.
okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, what one of my dreams is to become even though I'm pretty severely impaired, but one of my dreams is to become to accrue enough wealth and enough money to where I can be completely independent of my family because even though they didn't choose my cerebral palsy, obviously, and they've done a great job, especially my mom. Um, 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 they shouldn't be like like contractually or morally obligated to to take care to take care of me of my life. Lord knows my mom needs a break from me every now and then.
Yeah, I want to say shout out to Leslie. That's hysterical. Um, yeah, that's honestly like if your mom is gonna watch this or is hearing this now, like I think she is the strongest female figure I've ever seen. Like, I mean,
That's a bold statement.
your mom is an insane human being. Like, I don't know. People complain about things. Like these two, this family is like, I don't know. I feel like y'all could survive like a nuclear disaster. You know what I mean? Like it's just insane to me.
Yeah, tell me about your mama.
Well, I mean, she's just the best, the sweetest, most loving, and strong-minded person in the whole wide world. Although, I will give her a points deduction for being a Golden State Warriors fan, but it's okay. She's been a fan since Rick Barry, but it is but it is really annoying. Like the Warriors will be winning by like 25, and
Yeah.
she is angry and she's frustrated. I'm like, Mom, what's wrong? The Golden State's winning by 20, and Steph Curry has like 76 points, and she's like, 20 points isn't that good for me. I want them to win by 35. Well, once they pass the 35-point threshold, I can relax. Meanwhile, I'm here cheering on for my small market team Hawks, and I'm just glad if we grab the 6th or 5th seed every year. You know,
Yeah, really.
Do you remember? Oh my gosh, remember how annoying it was when the Warriors were on their little dynasty and
with
like
Kevin Durant.
yeah, and we would watch the playoffs
Yep.
and you know, we hate Golden State and Leslie's just screaming and jumping on the couches cuz they're winning by 40.
I'm like,
That was
I
so annoying.
I literally looked at my mom like, how do you enjoy this? Like, it's not competitive, you know.
Well, it's kind of like being a dog fan right now. I hope it continues, but it's like I hate these little cupcake games, you know, because I want them to be challenged, and I think they will be. I mean, it's somebody gonna sneak up on us, but
Yeah.
Do
it
you
is an interesting place to be.
do you honestly think the very weak outcome schedule is gonna hurt you once you get into SEC play?
I mean, I
Maybe.
think Kirby will get them there, and they might have a first or second quarter. I think they're so deep and strong that they wear people out in the second half. I'm
Yeah.
concerned about this quarterback for Tennessee, though.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
Be the
my
You know who looked amazing though was the Texas quarterback.
oh,
And you know who looked
Quinn Ewers, yeah.
awful? Awful. I'm talking worst quarterback in the league. Bama's quarterback. So overrated. Sucks. They might lose 4 games this year.
If he gets outside,
Saban's
he'll
so
hurt you.
old.
If you contain him,
He can't throw any. Did you see how many deep balls he overthrew by like 20 yards? They could have won that game.
Yeah.
If Bryce Young's the quarterback, they killed him. They suck.
Yep,
Saban's
yep.
like in a walker, like, come on,
Yeah,
guys, roll
yeah, but
tide.
yeah, but keep in mind, okay, but keep in mind, Bama has like 7 other 5-star quarterbacks on their roster, so I'm pre- I'm
They
pretty
will
sure
just
that
kick him. They
I'm
will
pretty
just
sure he's just like, he's gonna try on new quarterbacks like he's trying on a new suit. Like, okay, it's it's week 3 against Mississippi State. I'm gonna try blah blah blah. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
the,
Wait,
Yeah.
what time is the game this week?
3:30 game, South Carolina. We should roll, but I mean, it's good to
It's
get an
always a
SEC.
scary game against South Carolina.
So let's do this because I know that you guys, as we talked about, we can go 9 hours on a podcast. We could
yes,
do
we
it,
can.
but just telling stories, and this is definitely we will do this again. But let's give audience words of wisdom, just with, I mean, doesn't have to be from y'all's relationship, just life. And so I would love to say, just give me a nugget of what makes your life work, and then just drop some wisdom, a little knowledge on somebody, and then you can close it out with your key to this thing called life.
Okay, wait. So do you want to start or should I?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, cool. So how how I live my life, like I am like one of the things that I do for myself is I set incremental goals for myself.
Okay.
Nothing too extravagant, obviously. Just small little daily goals that I can that I can look back on and be like, hey, I completed this today. Today was a good day. So it's that positive reinforcement that keeps my mental stateful. And as far as words of wisdom goes, and this is just universal. It's not it's not if you're um disabled or incarcerated or have been through tons of abuse. Um, okay, say you and I hate the expression the that everyone uses in terms of toxic positivity. You know, where people say you know everything happens for a reason, or someone has it worse. Yeah, people react to things in a myriad of different ways. But what I found is if some element or some person is making you is actively making your life a living hell, whether it's your boss, your 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 partner or family, um, and you're just so angry at them and you blame them for all your shortcomings. The best advice I can give you is um the best revenge in life is a life well lived. You can use that negative anger and animosity towards other things like martial arts, like work, like academics. There's always a way to channel something negative or dark inside you. Because let's be real, we all have skeletons in our closet, some deeper and darker than others. But there's always a way to make what seems the worst possible situation into the best possible situation.
Amen to that. That's beautiful. Thank you for that. Close us out.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this a little on the last podcast that we did, but I think it's the thing that like drives my life, every aspect of my life. I think the reason that I'm happy right now and like fulfilled is because I try. I just try at anything. Like, I'm the type of person that, like, I can't play a card game without getting competitive, without
Me,
being
me too.
upset that I
Yeah.
didn't. It's you with Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I mean? Like, you lose
Yes.
a game and you're, like, upset about it.
Yeah.
And so for me, I used to, like, silo out the things that I tried at. You know,
That's
I'm not
true
gonna
when you were young.
focus,
That's
right?
true.
I'm not gonna focus on my relationship with this girl because I'm focused on music, right? I'm trying on music or I'm trying at school, right? But I don't know, like I said, like that, you flip that switch where I'm gonna just try at everything, even if I hate it. Did I like cooking a year ago? No. Do I cook every freaking day, every meal
Uh,
now?
Iron
Every
Chef.
Iron Chef. You know what I mean? Like working out. Do I want to go run and do cardio? Hardly ever. I hate it. But I do it every day. I'm just going to try. I could suck. Who cares? Just try. Not enough people try at anything ever.
Complacency,
Sucks.
complacency is the worst thing ever. Um, what? Why strive to be ordinary when you were born to be extraordinary? You know,
That's it. That's the.
we we only have one life. You know, might as well make the most of it.
That's it. And you, sir, are an example of a life lived well. You guys are role models, and just, I mean, I love your adventurous nature. And, failing, I guess that's the thing, that I want to close with is don't be afraid to fail. As a matter of fact, fail a lot. I mean,
It's the only
especially
way
this
you
young
learn.
generation is so careful. It's like, what if I fail? And that's why they're going dark when they get out in the real. It's like fail. I mean, my
Fail
whole
at
career
everything.
is basically built on failure, and you can build on anything. Hey, Enzo, we're gonna do this again. Thank you for being a part of my team.
I love to. Thank you so much.
Man, I admire the hell out of you, man. I really do. And thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for what you guys have built. I hope people really see and admire and strive to do what you guys do.
They will.
Come back and see us. These are released. This is episode 10, season 2. It comes out on the Mondays, and we'll start launching this season. Thank you, Enzo.
Thank you guys so much for your time.
All right, love you, man.
Love you, bro.
Love you too.
Be the change you wish to see in the world. Peace.
Peace.